All right, welcome back, everyone. We are back from our break so far this evening on our one shot of Free League Publishing's Things from the Flood. We have spent a little bit of time with our senior high school students to get to know them a little better before they headed off to their senior trip before the senior year started. It obviously starts horribly for our class because, well, they almost overslept. They definitely were late and the buses had already left without them. They've had to ride the dreaded short bus to get to the camp with the janitor, Mr. Kelly, driving them. When we left off right before break, it sounded like something exploded on the bus before it swerved off the road and down into the ravine. We're going to join our intrepid high schoolers as the bus comes to a crashing halt in this wooded and covered section of the forest. The bus kind of leaning against the side of a tree. Kind of everyone on the bus has been kind of thrown around for a bit. No serious injuries, no conditions to be checked at this point, but a little battered and bruised. You can see Mr. Kelly is kind of sitting at the wheel of the bus, kind of shaking his head, and he looks up into the mirror at you guys to kind of check, and then he turns his head. Are you guys okay?
This wouldn't have happened if I would have driven.
Yeah. What happened?
I'm not sure. It sounded like a tire blew. We should get off the bus though. Let me check it out. So come on, grab your stuff off the bus, kids.
Mickey was too busy being creepy, staring at teenage girls.
And boys.
Maggie, maybe you should go see what's wrong with the bus.
I mean, I don't know if I could do anything. Apparently the janitor is well equipped to do things more than me. So
Yeah, as far as the grown-ups are concerned, he's the one who's allowed to ride the bus. I'm still going to trust your assessment of what went wrong better than his.
Maggie's gonna take some clothes out of the book bag and like throw it on the bus seat and put Walter into the book bag. And then she'll go out to look at what happened to the bus.
All right. So go ahead when you get out to the back of the bus. You're definitely looking to see. It definitely looks like one of the tires is completely shredded. But I would like Maggie for you to give me a tinker roll.
Sure.
Is it
Hey,
possible?
do that thing you're good at.
Is it
I know.
possible to assist with this?
If you may assist by rolling. Let me see here. You may assist. You can give her an additional die, but if she fails, you would both suffer the failure. I'm going to say that technically, in this case, you don't need to assist her. There isn't any failure conditions that would be applied to it, but if you wanted to assist in a condition set of things, that would definitely be.
I think I
something to take.
have 8 dice, Calvin, for this one. So let me.
Oh, okay. Well,
let me just ride.
you got this. I'm just gonna. Okay, I'll stand back.
This is her good skill.
I got 4 success.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Never
Jeez.
mind.
Like I said,
Wow.
go do that thing you're good at.
Yeah, really. Jeez. So for the folks at home, that's a 6, a 1, a 2, a 4, a 6, a 6, a 2, and a 6.
Woo!
50% success rate on that dice roll. Jeez.
Sheesh.
All right. Well, Maggie, you learn all the information from this.
I better.
Yeah, really?
The bus was assembled by a factory worker named Juan.
This tire was quality assurance checked at the Goodyear plant outside of Akron.
Show me the Carfax, man.
Show me the car.
Wow.
So I'm gonna say, Maggie, you're the first one off the bus when Mr. Kelly kind of tells the kids to get off the bus. Vivian, you're not too far behind so that you can kind of be right behind her. But Maggie, you'll be first off the bus to get back there. And the first thing that you're gonna notice is that yes, definitely the tire blew out. There's not quite enough of it left for you to tell if it hit something just from looking at it, but you kind of get down on the level of the tire and you start poking around. And as you're doing so, you see in the tire, there is like on the rim of the tire, there is a small black box that has one LED attached to it. That LED is red. And you're fairly certain looking at it that LED would have been is probably to notify that it has gone off, which means that it was on and it was clear before. It didn't actually have any current running through it. And you're fairly certain that whatever signal was sent to that box is the reason that the tire exploded. As you're continuing to kind of survey, you get a little bit further underneath the bus, and you can see that on the back axle, because this is the back wheels of the bus, you can see another black box. This one has, it looks like it has been scrubbed, like they were filing off information. You can barely make out the Cared Industries logo on this black box.
I'll like roll back out from the bus. I'm pretty sure it was tampered with.
And Vivian, you're there, so.
Like someone did this on purpose?
That's what it looks like to me. I don't know what they would want with a bus full of teenagers and a weird janitor.
Yeah, Vivian like side eyes the janitor.
He hasn't come off the bus yet, but the rest of your friends have managed to get off the bus now. So you guys are all kind of congregating around Maggie, I'm assuming.
Oh, well, if he hasn't come off the bus yet, then I will quickly whisper to them. He was watching us as you guys were figuring out that code. There's something dicey about him.
Yeah. Did you see that bag he had behind his seat? I mean, he was just assigned to this trip like just this morning, right? So why would he have like a big gold camping bag to
Right.
maybe he has something else in it.
He has dog tags too, so what
If
if
the
he's not a
janitor-
janitor?
Is blowing up tires and messing with my alarm clock? That is not okay.
Yeah, messing with our alarm clocks too.
Hey,
Eric is
Val.
freaked out. He's flashing back to Eddie's weird visit last night at the window before. Like, is he not crazy? Is this like really happening?
Viv, there's some like LED things on there. Is there any way that you could look at those? Like those aren't quite my speed.
I mean, like backhack the signal, trace
I
it
don't
to
know.
the mainframe. Sure, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, that sounds. good.
That sounds like a thing that people in the
Yeah.
Back to planet!
I know tire exploded.
Sure. Yeah. Can I see if there's anything that this device is? Can I like analyze anything else from the device, or if it's giving off some sort of signal or receiving?
I will go ahead and let you basically pop open the black box that Maggie points out, the bigger one, not the small one on the tire. I'll let you go ahead and pop that open, and I will let you make a program roll.
Groovy. Let's go with that. Program. Oh, there it is. Oof. 0 successes.
Would you like to spend your luck, or would you like to take a condition and re-roll?
Condition is like -1 on.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, -1 to your number of successes?
-1 to your number of dice pool, to your
Oh,
dice
okay.
pool. So,
I'll use my luck for now.
okay. Go ahead and re-roll.
Okay, should I click the reroll button here or just?
Yeah, that should be
let's do
fine.
it?
Ah,
Wow.
God.
Rude.
so close too. I got a 5.
All right, I'm
Um,
just gonna point out that he rolled 16 dice.
And not a
And
6
didn't-
among them.
yeah, I know.
Yep,
Ah,
scratch this system off my to-do list.
That's why you're here for a one shot, Kevin.
That's right, to find these things out.
That's right. So Vivian, you're kind of taking a look at it and it's weird. You're able to detect that there is some sort of broadcast signal. It seems weird. It definitely seems like it's radio frequency, which now that you think about it, may have been something that was interfering with the bus's radio. But you're not able to crack it, and you know several different encryption methods that theoretically would be easy to do for a radio signal, but none of them are what's basically keeping this one intact. With your feet are still hanging out from underneath the bus. You're doing that whole like underneath thing. And what are the rest of you doing during this time frame?
Has the janitor come out of the bus yet?
Not that you've seen.
All right. I'm gonna wander back up toward the door to find out what the hell he's doing.
I'm
As
gonna
you
stick with Lily like glue.
okay. And Maggie and Eric.
Yeah, part of Eric wants to go up there also, but again, he's feeling a little weirded out by this self-fulfilling Eddie prophecy. So, and of course, there's still that business of, some of his editorials regarding Maggie's summer escapades. So he's kind of like hovering in between.
Vivian and Maggie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maggie is just sort of watching signs like from the bus, making sure that nothing is happening that will make it collapse on Vivian.
Yeah, you look.
She's, nervous.
It looks like it's pretty secure against the tree, and it's mostly riding. It looks like one of the back tires is just slightly elevated off the ground, based on the way that the ground slopes away. But otherwise, it looks to be relatively secure in its positioning, so you don't have to worry too much about it falling.
That's good.
So Lily, you get a little bit ahead of Dustin because you decided to wander off before he caught sight of you wandering away. As you get to as you round to the front of the bus where the doors are, and you look up, Mr. Kelly is walking down the steps of the bus, holding a 9mm pistol pointed at your head.
Oh my god. Somebody stab him.
What the fuck, dude?
Nothing personal. Get against the bus. You can tell he has taken on, because you have the ability to sense his emotions. He's taken on a very reserved mask, almost like he has suppressed all of his emotions. He is basically put on this face that whatever I'm doing, it is for a mission. I will fulfill my mission regardless of how I feel about it. And he is like just deadpan looking you straight in the eyes with this pistol. And Dustin, he will step off of the bus as you kind of catch up to Lily as she's kind of backing up. And you see the
boy.
pistol before he steps off.
Okay.
Is Maggie able to when she sees him to sort of push Vivian's legs under the bus?
You certainly can. And then Vivian, your legs get pushed underneath the bus and you're just not sure what the heck just happened.
And then Maggie will loudly say, "Whoa, bro, put that down. If this is about what I said about your driving, I was just joking."
If he's got the gun pointed at Lily and I'm coming from the side, I think I'm going to try to force the gun away from him.
You may certainly give me a force roll.
And then Dustin fails and gets shot.
Oh, wow.
Is this
Rude.
something where my leather jacket could help? Because, you know, if he does fire the gun at me, I could, it could, you know, just, you know, hide where my body is and cause the bullet to miss me or graze me.
How,
You certainly can use your iconic item for this force roll.
All right.
how aware are the rest of us of what's going on? Like, am I thinking too much like other game system? Is there like a flow to combat? Is it people just sort of deciding what they're doing? Like,
It's kind of just deciding what people are doing because there's technically not combat rounds. There's just trouble that you guys are dealing with.
okay,
So I will say that as all of this is happening, so Lily is backing up. Maggie has shoved Vivian underneath the bus a little bit more. Vivian's like, what the heck is going on? Maggie has said, hey, if it's about my comment about you driving. So you've heard all that. So you have time to look and probably see the gun as Kelly goes to step off the bus, and you're going to then see Dustin do his thing.
okay. Well,
Go
I
ahead.
mean, I was just gonna say, if Dustin is distracting creepy guy with a gun, I mean, when someone larger and stronger and better armed than you know, is about to pull some shenanigans, obviously you want to sneak up and kick him in the balls. So that's what Eric will do while Dustin is distracting him.
Typically.
Okay. I'm going, I think Aaron's plan is to basically tackle. I'm not sure about that, but I will definitely let you, Eric, make a force roll as well to do something to.
I don't know if you would look like after Dustin goes, obviously, or again, I don't know how combat flows in this game. So
Yeah, kind of like we're doing everything now. Just everybody's doing something.
okay,
So my plan, because the way I was seeing it was, you know, he has the gun extended out as he's coming off the bus, was that I was kind of gonna slam into him from the side and, you know, try to knock the gun out of his hand.
Okay.
And if I can hurt him in the process, all the better. But the biggest thing is get the gun out of his hand. Which, you know, if Eric would then want to run over and grab the gun, might not be a terrible idea. But that was my thought. And I have 3 successes on my force roll.
You do.
Nice.
So you tell me what you want to do.
Then yeah, exactly what I said. I just kind of rush over, smacking his arm, you know, grabbing his arm, shoving it into the side. If I'm able to injure him, I would like to injure him. But the big thing is that the gun goes flying out of his hand, and I am now between him and Lily.
Okay. That is exactly what happens. When you slam into him, you definitely now, I mean, you were fairly certain he worked out and he's fairly in control of things, but when you slam into him, you get that almost like rock solid sense. And it's almost like the only reason you managed to overpower him is because you're getting him from the side and he wasn't expecting you to rush him right off the bat. He thought he had the upper hand.
Sure.
You're able to get in there. You hear a crack. You're fairly certain that you might have dislocated his shoulder with that push because you kind of slammed into him, and the gun goes flying. So Eric, if you would like to you can do whatever you would like. If you want to do something against Kelly, you can make a force roll. If
Okay.
you'd like to go after the gun, you can make a move roll.
okay.
Or if you have something else in mind, you can give me that and we can figure out what skill you would like to do.
I think we're gonna stick with the kick to the crotch that we called for. Are
Okay.
you shitting me? I'm gonna use my luck and re-roll that.
Okay.
Haha,
Very
one
important that you kick
success.
him in the balls.
That's right. It's a 90s show. You know, you gotta
That's in 90.
least
Kick him
one
in the
crotch hit.
balls.
Kick him in the nards.
Wolfman's got nards. Sorry, that was the 80s.
Uh, so yeah, so you come up, you do exactly what you say, and he kind of his eyes roll up in the back of his head because ow, that hurts anybody regardless of
That
regardless
hurts
of
me and I don't have them.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said it hurts anybody. And he kind of he does the whole grab and fall to the ground.
Can I go after the gun?
You certainly go after the gun, and since he's kind of controlled at this point by your two friends, it will not be a skill roll to get the gun.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab it and it's
Jesus.
definitely shaky.
That's,
Oh my god,
that's
yeah, I'm
scary.
ducking. I'm ducking because she's kind of like,
I'm not waving it around wildly. It's just, pointed at him, but shaky.
Right, right.
Vivian is.
I
is
stand by
going-
my statement.
She's just going to like shift a little so she can peek out, but try to do so stealthily, not knowing what's going on. But clearly, it seems like there's a bit of a scuffle suddenly happening.
Yeah, you see Kelly kind of like on his face, kind of on his knees, on his face, kind of bent over. Lily has got something in her arms and she's kind of like pointing it down, and both Dustin and Eric are standing over Kelly.
She just looks up at Mags with like a, what the hell?
I don't know. I want to try to look through his bag. Like, do they have this contained?
Yeah, it looks like they've got this contained. So if you want to go ahead and get on the bus, you can start rifling through his bag. So you start rifling through his bag, and in the bag you find 5 manila folders.
Oh, shit.
In each of these manila folders is your medical history. So there's one for Maggie, there's one for Eric, there's one for Vivian, there's one for Dustin, and there's one for Lily. And as you're kind of going through it, you're seeing like all of the visits to the different doctors. You're seeing when booster shots were given. You're seeing all sorts of medical information. And I would like you, Maggie, to please give me a comprehend roll as you're looking through all of. Actually, let me do this. Let me do investigate for you. As you're looking through all this paperwork.
Definitely not HIPAA compliant, sir.
Definitely not
Got
HIPAA
one
compliant.
success.
You
For
did.
real.
You got one success, which is all you need in this game. So you are noticing 2 different things as you're looking through this. One, all of your blood types are exactly the same. And 2, a lot of the documentation for where your visits took place are all as you're rifling through the information, you're noticing that they're all tied back to Cared Industries.
Oh my God, stupid camera.
Oh no.
Wiki.
Oh no, did we lose Loki's camera again?
Yes, we did.
Okay, she'll take the manila folders down to the bus and she'll sort of like scream at the guy, Kelly. His name's
Yep.
Kelly. Kelly, and she'll be like, "What did you need with these, you asshole?"
He's kind of like groaning in pain. He doesn't seem like he's going to be answering you.
I almost felt sorry for you, but now that I know you're an even bigger creep than we thought, I'm about to kick you again.
No, kick him in
I
the
was gonna say,
arm.
if he's still somewhat,
Disoriented.
yeah,
Mhm.
Dustin would like to basically do the, kneel on his shoulder blades to make sure that he stays down on the ground and is not getting back up,
Ooh, I
Mhm.
think one of them is cracked.
and is going to, look to, kind of look around and say, can someone find something so we can like tie him up and make sure he doesn't try shit like that again?
So, Maggie, as you were going through Kelly's bag, there is also a set of there's a bunch of different tools in there, as like there's hammers and wrenches, kind of like it is set up as kind of a janitor's backpack, but there's also rope. And there's also a map, and this map is specific to the Pikes Peak Park. So there is, you do have rope that you can
Yeah.
use
So I'll
to,
just bring the whole bag off the bus, give the rope to Dustin. And
He
let
doesn't have
everybody
any
else
of
go
those,
through it.
Zip cuffs.
does not have any of those zip cuffs.
Wow.
Okay,
Wouldn't it be
that'd
so
be a red
convenient?
flag and a half.
Wouldn't
I
it
say
be
that
so
would be
convenient if we had portable
Convenient
phones?
but creepier.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so they have medical records on all of us. Don't know what that's about.
Why? Why us?
I don't know. Can I try to get the dog tags, dog tags off of his neck?
Sure
Or at
can.
least look at them.
Oh yeah, you can definitely pull those off.
Are they just regular military dog tags or?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It definitely shows that he was in the Air Force. At some point, you know that Peterson U.S. Air Force Base is right outside of Colorado Springs.
Okay.
It's on the map. It's on the map even.
Is the radio functional right now?
Go ahead and give me a tinker roll.
Okay. She's gonna
It looks like it took a little bit of a tumble with the bus.
You got this.
yay.
Yay.
So she crawls her way out from under the bus and goes to the radio. With one success.
One success. Yeah, the radio still functions, and you can kind of dial in. As you do, the overlap is still there, although it's more pronounced now that you're kind of down in this gully, and the tone, the Morse code that you were hearing before is definitely more prominent. It is now actually, it's now no longer, as you're paying attention to it, it's no longer a set of coordinates. It's now basically the Morse code for danger. It is just kind of repeating on loop.
So the message has changed.
The message has changed.
But who's broadcasting the message?
Once he's all tied up, Lily will just be like, Dustin, could you maybe take this gun?
Yes, Dustin, please take the gun.
For
Dustin
everyone's
will
sake.
carefully take the gun from her and put the safety on.
Okay, thanks. Did not like that at all.
Are you
Well,
okay?
what do we do from
Th-
here?
No, I am decidedly not okay.
Right, but
And I will
are you
take hold
hurt?
of my necklace and just
I think
Mm.
she's just having a panic attack or something weird.
I need a minute.
Need a minute. So Maggie, as you were saying, what do we do now? Eric, you remember that Lily wrote down a set of coordinates inside your moleskin journal.
Yeah.
And you also remember that she threw down the bag from Mr. Kelly and that there is a map in that bag as
Ah.
well.
So pull that map out and see what those coordinates. What those coordinates seem to line up with on the map.
Is it like a park map or is it like a
It-
real map?
It's like a real map, but specifically of like Pikes Peak, the park itself. So it's not a park map, but it's a topographical map of just the parks area.
Let's get out that GPS. Oh wait.
Oh, wait.
That's what I'm
Wow.
saying.
So with the map and with the set of coordinates, you realize that I'm going to have to move characters around just a little bit to show that you guys are looking you're looking for the set of coordinates kind of point you towards a lake kind of down here. You guys are roughly somewhere in this general vicinity, which means that it's going to take you a little bit of time to walk to that location, but it's weird. All of you are surmising that it's weird that this set of coordinates came before the bus crashed, and that after the bus crashed, the signal was saying danger, almost as though somebody was warning you of something that was about to happen.
Yeah.
So is there something else dangerous that's going to happen, or was this the dangerous thing?
You're fairly certain that since the danger is still going, that you
And it's
think
an ongoing danger.
yeah. More than likely it's an ongoing danger.
Okay. So what are we doing with this loser then?
Leave him here.
What if he escapes and comes after us?
We got his gun.
Should we call for help or something?
Let him do something stupid. Just kind
Ow.
of glare at him.
How do we call for
Did
help?
anybody
Send him to radio.
check? Anybody pat him down? Make sure he's not carrying more weapons.
No, but I'll do that.
Yeah, he doesn't he does have a knife in his boot, or like along the side of his leg underneath the thing, underneath his coveralls, but no other gun.
I'll
I
definitely
will
take the knife.
knife.
Yeah.
Vivian, while the radio is still working, the CB is trashed.
Ah,
So we can't call anyone.
Correct.
So maybe make it really hard for him to escape and hog tie him.
Sure.
Certainly can.
Tie his hands to his feet behind his back. So he's on his stomach. Jerk.
So do we know where we are?
So that weird thing that Lily's into, I just figured out what it is.
Yeah.
Whoa.
why are you so good at this?
Wow.
Suspicious.
I come from a farm.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, farm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. Not gonna
Um,
ask any questions.
Yeah, you can kind of all of you, two of you being Maggie and Vivian are good with the sciences enough that you can kind of figure out where you are. You know, kind of from paying attention to where you were driving on the road, like where you came off. You know, on the map where the coordinates are kind of projecting you towards. So you're able to surmise from there about how far of a distance it is for you to get to that set of coordinates, if that's where you would like to head.
I mean, look, on the one hand, I don't like the idea of anybody putting themselves at risk, but on the other hand, I'm kind of pissed off because Dustin kind of gestures towards the stack of manila envelopes. Clearly someone was targeting us, someone had plans for us, and someone's fucking with us, and I don't appreciate it.
I think it was the principal. He set this whole thing up.
Yeah, probably, but I think that if we're going to get answers, it's going to be where those coordinates are. And I don't know, like I said, I'm more mad than rational right now.
Isn't the principal the one that had the folders when we got there?
It looked like he was going through papers, stapled papers to check students off as they got on the bus, type of thing, like a roll call.
Okay.
Wasn't like a manila envelope stack like what you guys have here.
Vivian's just gonna look to Mags as like she's not really sure what to do. I mean, I don't know if we want to go walking into whatever this is.
I mean, you guys are the ones that have good things to go back to. So I don't really care.
I mean, how far away from camp are we?
Oh, you're a good ways from camps yet.
So we're walking somewhere either way.
So we're either walking to the road or we're walking to the
This-
place that.
Or do buses have spare tires? Is that a thing?
It is usually, but
No, I was Lily asking
okay,
their
sorry,
motor head.
sorry.
Just-
Maggie would know, yes, that there is a spare tire for the bus. But she also would know that based on the positioning of the bus and the fact that the tire's slightly elevated off the ground, there's no way to get the bus into a position where you can actually get enough traction to get the bus back up the hill.
All right, well, I guess we're walking, but which direction are we going?
You know my vote.
All right, if we're walking, I'm gonna have to change my clothes or gird my loins because this skirt was not made for walking.
Neither were those boots.
You wore a skirt to go
Oh.
to camp? Oh.
It was the first thing I saw when I got up this morning. And now everybody can totally notice that she's definitely wearing clothes that were not meant to be worn together. She's got like this layered jean peasant skirt and like a band t-shirt and like plaid flannel.
That looks
It's-
good to me.
I mean, that just sounds like what every girl I knew wore in high school.
And Doc
It's the
Martens that are not
90s.
tied correctly.
It's the 90s.
I mean,
Yep.
again, I'm not seeing anything unusual about this,
Yeah.
but maybe that's just the crowd I hung out with in high school.
If you want
Really?
to change into pants, then change into pants.
I'm
But-
going to.
We need to get going because I don't want to be here when it gets dark.
That's true. I mean, it is early enough in the morning that you guys probably won't be here when it's dark, but
Hey,
It's like 9 o'clock. It's
maybe we're in
fine.
Alaska, not Colorado.
no, you're definitely in Colorado.
This is
I mean,
not
the
a
other
30
thing to
days of
think
night.
about is, again, it's
situation.
not like we were random happenstance. This weird thing happened to us. They had our medical records, which means that I'm guessing that if we don't show up wherever he was planning on us going, someone's going to come looking for us.
So we
I'd
should go.
rather go looking for them than have them find us.
Yeah. Waiting here to get caught doesn't sound like a good idea.
Plus,
Guess
we
that
have the
makes
gun
sense.
now.
We have one gun. You think that wherever he's taking us, they're not going to have more than one gun?
I don't know. I don't know where he was taking us. He's taking us to a lake.
I don't think he was taking us to a lake. Lee.
Probably
right,
not.
well,
No.
We might as well just get going then. Go ahead and change, Lily. Everybody get what you need. Leave anything extra.
Oh, I'm taking my bag. I'm the one who came prepared.
Yeah, honestly, out of anybody, you should probably take your bag.
Oh.
I have Band-Aids.
So she's probably the only one of us who actually has like useful stuff packed in her bag.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
have a robot that doesn't work.
I mean, it works.
The
Useful.
blunt object.
Through that. If nothing
All
else.
right.
It's a blunt object.
So you guys are kind of packing up your stuff, ready to head off the bus, or you're already off the bus, but getting all your stuff off of the bus, and then you're heading towards the coordinates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly
Okay.
hasn't said us a thing this whole time, right?
He's at this point, he's hogtied. I'm assuming you guys have gagged him. You probably don't want to. I mean, he was seemingly coming to, but he's just kind of glaring at you.
Hog tie him,
Doesn't-
gag him, and shove him under the bus.
I'm gonna take his
Wow.
dog tags with me
Okay.
so I can identify him.
Okay.
Think you're supposed to put those in their teeth?
That's only if you want the people that find him to know who he is.
No. Okay.
All right. So you guys are able to kind of head off in the general direction of the coordinates, and we are going to enter an extended trouble scene.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is going to basically be you guys crawling through the brush, the heavy wooded forest, kind of keeping your bearings, and overcoming the obstacles that are between you and wherever this is taking you. So going around the table, we're gonna just go ahead and start. You guys will have 2 rounds to get 10 successes as we go through this. So you as a player can only use a skill once, but if every player can use the same skill once. So it's like Dustin and Eric want to both use force or move. They can both use force or move. They just can't use force and then use force again if you need to. Does that make
Perfect.
sense?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to start with you, Maggie. What would you like to do to help your classmates get to their destination unscathed?
Man, am I not good at any of this shit.
Well, it's not entirely true because you can use things like calculate in this regards to kind of figure out positioning,
Yeah.
or you can use move if you want to like move things apart, or force if you want to force things apart, that kind of stuff too. So it's not just, oh, I have to orienteer myself type of.
Can I use
skill check.
like wait, hold on. Yeah,
Could
can I use like investigate?
Certainly,
Well,
if you want to.
actually. Never mind. I'm going to use calculate to calculate like where we are, what direction that we have to go, how long it's going to take us,
Okay.
so on. As long as no like problems arise.
Right. So I will give you a +1 because you're going to be using the map to kind of help you with this, kind of keep everyone in the right direction.
So just
So-
add 1 bonus dice.
Add 1 bonus dice. Yep.
Got it. 2.
Okay. Perfect. So that is 2 successes to the skill challenge or the extended trouble. And we will move on to Eric.
Oh, so sort of trying to read the map, be like a comprehend, since I have the coordinates in the journal and like just
Mhm.
keeping us on track.
Yeah. So you can be like hanging over Maggie's shoulder as she's using it, and
Yeah.
using comprehend to kind of make sense of like, oh, hey, there's a rise over here, or there's a drop here
Yeah.
because you have that stuff.
Okay, so I got a success using
All right.
comprehend.
We are at 3 successes out of 10.
Going well, going well.
Going well. Lily.
Okay, I'm gonna use lead because I feel like Lily definitely packed a compass.
Okay.
So she can at least make sure, stay out sort of in front and make sure that like we're actually going in the direction we need to be going.
Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and give me a lead roll.
That is 1 success.
We are at 4 out of 10. Dustin.
So Dustin is going to, as with continually looking back of which way are we going, go slightly out ahead of others and just try to make sure that the path is clear as possible, using the knife to like cut aside branches and bushes. If there's like a rock we have to scamper over, lifting people, to help give them a boost, who might not be as athletically inclined as he is.
Okay.
Lily.
I mean,
That-
Did you
yes,
just say
but-
Lily?
Yeah.
I mean,
She
that's
probably
fair.
did. I mean,
Definitely fair.
Definitely. So
it's
that's
not it's not a sexist thing. It's a,
Oh no, I'm
No,
just
it's
saying
definitely
Lily's
fair.
specific.
yeah. So yeah.
You can
All
help
right.
Eric if you want.
Eric doesn't look athletically inclined.
No,
What are you talking about? I got a body of 4. I'm awesome.
you do, but you have a force of 1.
I have a body of 2 and a force of 0.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
But yeah, anyways, I'm going to use force to help make sure that the path is clear, and like I said, help people get over obstacles and whatnot.
I will give you 1 bonus dice for using the knife to help clear brush and stuff out of the way.
Okay. Donka. Garbage roll, but 1 success.
We are at 5 out of 10. We're halfway there. Oh. And Vivian, we will round out the first round.
I was wondering if using between this signal device or what might be left of the radio, if I could craft or if I could program it or if I had to tinker it to have something that's able to detect when we're getting closer to the source of the danger signal.
First, I would let you do this because I'm going to make you go first in the next round. So you can do program this turn. And if you succeed, you can do tinker next, or I'm sorry, switch that. Tinker this round to put something together, kind of hodgepodge, and then program next round to see if you can orient it towards the signal.
Groovy. All right,
Guess
I'll try
it's a
that.
good thing you packed all the weird crap in your
Yeah.
bag instead of clothes or food.
Yeah, no, someone's not getting their like Palm Pilot fixed, but it's gonna help us right
Oh my God, Palm Pilot. No.
Oh my God.
I was expecting like a TI 83 or something, but you know, Palm Pilot works.
Yeah, I have one.
I can't even.
Mm.
Okay, tinker check.
My God.
So did I.
PTSD.
Would there be like an item bonus from the scrap that I'm carrying for this, or just the straight?
Yeah,
roll?
I'll go ahead and give you a +1 item bonus for this.
Okay. Oof.
Uh,
I am gonna take a condition to
Okay.
attempt to reroll.
All right, which
because-
condition would you like to take? My thought is exhausted or scared would be one of the two. But
Oh.
I'll let you choose from those two.
I was thinking Vivian would be kind of upset at this point
Okay.
after not being able to figure out like that signal box under the bus. She's probably kind of feeling like this is the thing that I know how to do, and I've been being really bad at it for the past few minutes.
Okay, perfect. Upset will work. Go ahead and click that box and hit the reroll.
Okay.
Yay!
Woohoo.
Go. So that gets us up to 7, and then we start the second round, and you are able to go ahead and do your program roll.
Oh, did it? I hit the reroll button and it rerolled all 7 of my die. Doesn't the condition remove one of them?
The condition comes after the
Oh, after other. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
It'll now affect everything going forward.
All right. I'll do that program roll then. Okay. And do I apply anything for the new device for this, or just straight program?
This will just be a straight program roll.
Cool.
Yay!
2 successes.
We are at 9, so we only need 1 more, and we'll head back to Dustin.
Yay.
So now that we are getting closer to our destination, Dustin is going to try to use move so that he can, kind of range ahead and make sure that the path is clear and that nobody's like seeing our approach.
Okay.
So
What skill are you rolling for this?
move.
Move. Go for it.
That is 1 success.
All right. It's exactly what you need. So through all of your efforts, you've managed to short circuit the distance a little bit. You've made up some ground pretty quickly to get through everything. And you come to a small overhang that looks down on this lake. As you're looking out, you can see a very dilapidated cabin kind of set there, except for the fact that there is a giant satellite dish on top of the cabin's roof. Looks like there's an old shed, maybe an old garage that's detached, but otherwise this cabin has a lot of growing moss, a lot of growing vines up around like the porch and along the sides of the cabin walls itself. It looks like it's been here for decades and hasn't been really taken care of. That satellite dish looks relatively new because it's not really touched by a lot of the overgrowth that's taken up the rest of the cabin.
The satellite dish is where the radio signal's coming from.
You're not certain, but that would make the most sense because not only could it potentially be a receiver, but it also could be an antenna to broadcast.
Okay. Can I go like inside?
You guys can certainly get up to the cabin and head up to the door.
Should we do this a
Anybody
bit
is-
quietly?
Is it, I was like, is anybody, particularly sneaky?
A couple of people in this group.
I am
are pretty-
very much not.
Oh, I'm done telling y'all about my character sheet. That's the game you want to play?
I'm
Uh,
not bad at it. I mean,
I'm actually pretty good at sneaking.
Yeah, I feel like Eric's
mean,
good at sneaky.
I'm literally
Hey,
wearing a bracelet
that's
with
a
bells
push.
on it, so.
I have 4 die for a sneaky roll.
I have sneak. I have 6.
I have 3.
Maybe the sneakiers of us should go look first.
Probably.
I'm
Okay.
all for being willing to go check things out first before anyone else, exposes themselves to danger.
Go for it.
All right.
Oh, okay. I'll go as
I mean,
well.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Eric
whoever
can go
whoever
too.
wants to whoever wants to sneak can certainly sneak.
1 success.
That's all
One
you need.
All right. No, mine didn't roll.
Nope.
Where'd it go?
Behind your character sheet, maybe.
Oh, because you have to click the submit with or without bonus dice.
Yeah, but
for a roll.
the pop-up isn't even showing.
Did it go behind your character sheet?
Yeah, it often pops up behind the character sheet.
My character sheet's on a second window
Okay. Interesting.
because I always uncouple my character sheet and put it on my other monitor.
What? Oh, and your other monitor. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Let's try that again. There it goes. Okay.
Both of you guys are able to make your way up to the cabin itself without raising any alarm. Obviously, your friends can still see you. As you kind of get up, the boards creak underneath your feet with the as though they're straining under weight that they haven't felt for a number of years. As you get up, there is dust, leaves kind of everywhere. It looks like the fall from last season kind of still exists on the porch. It's definitely shaded. It's a lot cooler here than it is outside. You get to the door, you kind of look through the windows, you can see the gauzy strips of curtains inside. You can see a lot of the furniture that's in there, sparse though it is covered with drop cloths. It doesn't look like anybody's home. It doesn't look like anybody's been here for a fairly decent amount of time, at least in this front room. And Eric, if you head to the door and try the knob, it's definitely unlocked. Do you want to then motion the rest of your group to join you there?
Yeah, splitting up is bad.
Okay. So Dustin and Eric will motion you guys forward. You're able to step onto the porch itself and kind of stand before the door. It's definitely unlocked and you're able to head on inside if you'd like to.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Go in.
So heading on in and you see, yeah, it's a lot like what you saw from the outside. A lot of the furniture is covered with drop cloths. It's very dusty in here. You do hear a very electronic hum, as though there's a lot of power being drawn to this place. So it doesn't look like there's no lights on. There doesn't seem to be any reason for there to be that much of a draw. You kind of head back into the back room and there's a kitchen there with an old style refrigerator, a gas stove. It looks like you did notice a propane tank out back as you managed to make your way up here. But as you get into the kitchen, the hum of electronics is just so pervasive that you can kind of feel it prickling the hair on your arms and the back of your neck.
All right.
So
We
for the record, I would like to say that Lily has definitely been putting that digital camera to use.
Okay.
Anything weird that has happened since the bus crashed, she's taking pictures of. So
Okay.
We
Mr.
should-
Kelly, his backpack, the gun,
The medical
Mr. Kelly
records.
tied up underneath the bus, the weird collection of medical records,
Kinky.
definitely this cabin and everything in it.
All right, we should look, I see if there's like a door to like a basement or something.
If you'd like to do that, I will need investigate rolls from whoever wants to.
Okay. With this, now again, not knowing the
Like
system
a
very well,
storm cellar.
is this better for us to like try to help one person, or should we each be doing our own separate investigation? Like, how does-
Because this is not a trouble where you'll suffer conditions. So theoretically, you can assist with no penalty to yourself, but generally speaking, in this system, there's a lot of I'm gonna do it myself and either share the benefit with my friends. So like
Okay.
if somebody rolls great, like Maggie rolled 4 successes, she could have given 3 other people a success with that
Okay.
roll.
Yeah.
So it's not so you don't necessarily need to aid them, because that only gives them a bonus dice. It doesn't give them a bonus success.
Okay, so you're better to just roll for yourself and then share successes.
Yes.
Okay, so I will be one of the investigators.
You
I
get
have
a
nothing to
success.
share because I only got 1 success.
Mhm.
I will also do that because,
I didn't get nothing.
storm cellars exist.
Storm sellers. Mhm.
I'll try it.
Vivian gets 3. Lily gets 2.
We're definitely the ones that were like, cabins don't have basements, they have storm cellars. So we're the ones that went outside.
She got 3. She got 3 with a penalty for being upset.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that just took away a dice. A die.
Right,
She
but
works
still.
better pissed.
With a
Apparently.
With 5 dice, she rolled 3 6s. Yes.
So, Dustin had the idea, but he's garbage at actually finding anything, so.
Mhm.
He's looking at the ceiling.
Attic?
So, Lily, do you take Vivian with you because you're thinking storm cellar?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So both of you kind of head back outside and you kind of snake around the building, and you do see underneath a pile of leaves and kind of dead vines, a pretty sturdy, heavy wooden set of double doors with handles on them. You do note that despite all the detritus on top of this, the handles themselves look like they've been, they don't look like they've been weathered from sitting underneath that. It looks like they've, like, yes, they were covered by it, but it doesn't look like they've been underneath it. There's no real models of rust or anything of that nature.
Does it almost look and feel like it's set dressing? Like
Almost.
somebody's kind of trying to make this place look more
Rustic
rustic than it is.
and make Wiki disappear from her camera. Yes.
Stupid.
But yes,
Uh,
it's definitely between the two of you, especially with those extra successes, you're definitely feeling like it's set dressing. They're trying to keep this from prying eyes, if at all possible.
Trying to make it look uninteresting.
Mhm.
We should probably signal everyone else. I don't want to open that door, and if there's someone waiting for us on the other side, I'd rather have some backup.
Yep. You guys can gather the rest of your crew outside. It looks they're heavy. You guys gotta kind of go to pull on them, and they don't want to budge real easily. So I will need 2 characters to make a force roll to kind of
I'll do, no, just kidding.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to call other people here.
All right.
That sounds like hey, come ask the dumb muscle to do something for you.
He's not dumb. He's just, not good at some stuff.
Got 3 successes.
There you go.
Laugh that off, Alex.
And I get 2.
Great. Yeah, you guys have between the two of you, it's not as stuck as you thought it was, and you kind of throw it open and it kind of bangs to the side. As you do so, a set of lights kind of pop on, kind of like they're activated by the motion of the doors opening, and they're definitely further down, but you can see it's not a set of wooden stairs going down into this cellar. It's actually a set of corrugated metal stairs, and it goes down for a bit and then and as the lights kind of pop on further and further down this hallway, as you kind of get through there, it is a hallway. It doesn't lead you to a storm cellar underneath this house. It leads you to this kind of sterile looking hallway with a bunch of power cables running along the sides. The lights, again, I've said this multiple times now, they just keep popping on in front of you as you're making your way towards it. And as you're looking at it from where you're at, you can definitely see that this hallway, looking down and then looking up at the cabin itself, it looks like it's heading out under the lake. As I talk with my hands.
Oh,
We know that about
are
you.
we going under the lake now?
Wouldn't be the weirdest thing to happen today, would it?
Yeah, this all looks like something out of the Outer Limits, but I guess we got to see where it goes.
I mean, I don't want to stop now.
Oh. Maybe Will Smith will be under here.
Welcome to Earth.
Oh, it
Well,
is
that
Men
would
in
make it
Black
worth
time,
it.
isn't it? Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
And then Black came out this summer.
Yep.
So you guys head down into this hallway. The lights kind of, again, I just keep repeating myself. They continue flickering on as you kind of walk down, but as you're doing so, the lights behind you actually turn off as you get past them.
Ooh, it's energy
So
kind
it's
of-
like motion sensors.
Definitely
Seems
seems like
like-
they're motion sensors. And you get a little further on, and at the hallway begins to end, but it ends in one of those like pressure doors that you see on submarines, the ones with the wheel
Oh.
that you have to spin.
Oh boy.
It definitely looks like it's had plenty of use. It definitely looks a lot more reinforced and sturdy than anything else you've seen in this place. But it is in front of you if you'd like to open it.
What if we open that and this place floods?
I mean, it clearly seen some use. I don't think it's real likely that it's gonna open up to water.
Yeah, I say we just open
Okay, I back up
it.
behind everybody.
Man, I'll open it. I don't care.
I would say, yeah. Dustin's gonna already start turning the.
Turning the wheel. So you turn the wheel and it opens into a room kind of lit with a light blue glow. I will go ahead and move you guys all to my nice new map.
Oh no.
Oh no. Let's make sure that it move everybody.
Yeah.
Did it move everybody on stream? Yes, I know it is 9:45, Kevin.
That ties into the previous comment.
This room has this light blue glow. There are 9 chambers kind of set up for Star Wars fans among the player group, than the players themselves. They kind of look like back to tanks, only a little bit bigger. that you can see that the tanks themselves are kind of cloudy, as though there's like condensation on the outside of the glass that's not letting
Ooh.
you kind of see inside of them.
But it's 1997 and Disney hasn't ignored continuity. Luke could be sporty clothing cylinders.
That is a nice looking map, Andy.
And thank you. I got it off of Gimme Pig from Patreon. So you guys are free to move your tokens where you would like to go to kind of investigate this room. There are, for the tech savvy of you, there are some very advanced technological items down here. There are flat screen monitors. There are wireless mouses. There do not seem to be any actual towers or laptops. But you can definitely see code running on the screens. It's almost like if we were talking about technology in our time, it's almost as though these are terminal stations.
Vivian will try to interpret the code.
Okay, go ahead and give me a, let's see, I believe I can have you make a program roll for this.
Andy, I don't know if it matters, but I don't think you actually assigned the tokens to the characters because I cannot move them.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let's see. This represents, who did I take? That's Vivian. Vivian should be able to move.
Yep.
Lily should be able to move. Dustin should be able to move. Maggie should be able to move. And last but not least, Kevin should be able to move now.
Are there any other doors?
Over in the, actually, no, there don't appear to be any other doors in this facility. It looks like this is kind of looks like this is a separate location, kind of
Mhm.
standalone in and of itself.
All right. Dustin is going to go up onto one of these gangplanks over the tubes and kind of try to peer down into them.
Okay.
And in her effort to take pictures of all of the weird stuff, Lily will walk up to one of the tanks
Mm-hmm.
and try to wipe off
Try to wipe
Oh,
off the condensation.
the condensation or whatever to see if you
Yep.
can see inside of it.
It's 90s horror. We're all splitting up.
That's right.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
all in the same room still.
We know what we're doing.
Oh, Maggie, where would you like to be?
I just want to look at the machines a little bit closer.
Okay, yeah, everything in here seems really, really powerful, from what you can tell. A lot of it is like, you're fairly certain it's not just steel construction. It's probably some sort of composite. You're not entirely certain. Everything seems kind of maybe driven by a different type. It's not running on gas. It's not running on just regular electricity. It's probably, you think maybe based on all the cooling that there might be some sort of nuclear power down here. So it might explain why it's under the lake. But
Cool.
Vivian, we'll start with you if you'd like to give me the program roll.
Okay. I feel pretty confident about this. So I'm going to save my laptop or something else. One success.
One success is all you need because that's the way the game works. You're looking at the code. You are, it appears to be going through like a shutdown routine. You can tell that a lot of the stuff it's trying to do is trying to purge records from these, from whatever systems are in here, whatever servers are going through. It's also giving you updates on each one of the tanks. The tanks are in various stages of shutdown, but each one of them, as you're looking through, each one of them has life signs deceased in as a line item out. Those of you that are looking in the tanks,
Mm-hmm.
are going to see, as I show it to the players, you're going to see bodies floating in the tanks.
Yeah.
Kind of humanoids in various forms, in various stages of growth. Some preteens, some young children, probably like kindergarten age, but definitely as you're looking at it, you're fairly certain that you recognize some of the features on these. You're fairly certain you've seen a couple of these kids at school in the past as well. It's kind of like it strikes you as that. And then Lily, as you kind of wipe the condensation off of yours, you are greeted with your face staring back at you.
I'm going to scream, wheel backwards, and fall on my butt.
There are.
And do a ha ha.
Maggie will run over to where she is.
Okay.
Is there like a specific terminal or like machine type thing set up next to her little tubey thing?
There's definitely like the couplings going into the tank itself, like the different power cables and stuff to keep everything
Okay.
everything going.
I want to try to get it out, like get the body out. Like I want to
Okay.
try to like remove it
From the tank itself.
Yes.
Okay. You can either, I will let you use, let me double check your character sheet here, but I'm thinking that I can let you use a tinker roll to mess with it enough that you can either shatter the glass or basically
Okay.
cause the tank to.
Is there like a hook or something or anything that could get it out of it, or? like,
She
is it-
definitely, there definitely seem to be suspended in this, and
Okay.
there's probably, there's like a breathe there. Since everything is deceased, there's not a breathing mask over the nose and mouth. But it looks like there is an apparatus at the top for that to actually have occurred. So there's probably some way to actually like get to the top of it and pull them out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You said roll a tinker check.
Roll a tinker check, yes, please.
Here we go. No. No! I will spend my luck point
All right.
Seems like a good time to do it.
because I
Seems like a
haven't
good time to
done
do
it yet. 2 successes.
2 successes. So yeah, you're able to kind of get in there and pull out the obviously Lily body, but definitely not breathing.
So like, is it like her age or is it like a younger version of her?
You kind of look at her over and it's close to her age, maybe a year or two younger.
Okay.
It's not okay. This is not okay. This is not okay. This is not okay.
No, it's really not.
Are we in any of the other tanks? Have you guys looked around?
That was the one that Lily specifically looked at and kind of cleared the condensation off, but everyone else kind of just got shadowy figments. But yeah, as you kind of begin investigating, the older forms are definitely you guys.
Vivian's gonna try to interrupt the shutdown, or at the very least get what data she can copied onto her laptop. Might need to use the laptop if I need to make a roll here.
Yeah, you definitely would.
Then I will use the laptop. Which skill?
Give
is
me
what?
give me a program roll.
I'm actually pretty good at program, but I definitely want to make sure this works. Oof.
Yeah,
One
needed it.
success.
You needed it,
Yeah.
Hey.
but one success is all you needed. So as you're kind of plugging away at it, you're trying to recover data. The screen goes black for a second and is replaced with a video image. There is an elderly man in a white lab coat, and there he kind of pulls the chair out and he sits down, and it looks like he's looking at a camera, and it's for the techie of you guys in there. It's a very high resolution camera. You get a very clean, crisp view of this gentleman, and he kind of clears his voice or clears his throat, and he looks directly at the camera, and he goes, "I knew that you would eventually find your way here. I am so very sorry that it has come to this. If you're watching this, then you've at least escaped from Caird's clutches to this point. My name is Dr. Stevenson. I am the head genetics researcher at Caird. For a number of years, Caird has been working on perfecting cloning technology for the purposes of longevity in its corporate higher ups. You all were part of that experiment. I'm sorry to say that you are not the originals. Caird is wary of what is happening with the Dolly leak that has made it to Washington, D.C. and has begun shutting down all of their cloning facilities. If the government wants to come after if the government wants to come after any industry that purports to have begun working on human cloning, Caird wants to be able to disavow itself of any of its illegal activities. Therefore, they've shut down the project. They've killed off the remaining clones in the facility, and they have sent groups out to hunt all of you down. I have prepared documentation in case this happens. You can find it back in my cabin. I need you to know that I am truly sorry for what has happened to all of you and for the mental anguish that this revelation has caused. It was not my intention to loose you upon the world. That was a result of Caird's higher ups making a decision to test the clones in real life. I can only hope that with the information that you have, you can expose Caird's secrets and hopefully make a life for yourselves beyond this. Do not let this define who you are. You are as real as any other human. And he'll kind of reach forward. As he reaches forward, he clears a couple of tears off of his face. And he says, "Lily, my daughter, I'm sorry." And he closes the connection.
What?
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 Mind blown.
I mean, Vivian makes a copy of that MOV file or QuickTime file.
Yeah, QuickTime, yo, it's 97.
Ah,
But she also like
my
immediately
alarm
froze
is gonna
up.
go off at any moment because this is definitely not real.
When the movie file finishes, the code pops back up, and as you're watching it, Vivian, it says structural integrity of this facility compromised.
Oh shit.
Oh, we should move.
You gotta get
Wait!
away.
We need to run right now.
All right, move.
Sprint.
Just
As-
gonna take whatever is on the laptop and disconnect it and just get going.
Yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
as you guys go to start running out of the room, the walls begin to buckle. The ceiling begins to start caving in. You can hear pressure pushing on the walls and the ceiling. Water begins to crack through and spray everywhere. You guys are all completely soaked through as the water begins to flood the room, and you manage to get up and out before everything explodes. Water begins flooding the room very quickly. You're not able to kind of get around and close the door to kind of keep it pressure contained. So you're sprinting through the hallway back up towards the cabin itself.
I told you this hallway was gonna flood.
And in kind of like true 90s action movie fashion, you guys kind of all jump out of the stairwell as the water floods up beneath underneath you, basically beginning to lap at the edges of the cellar entryway and just kind of beginning to kind of flood out. It looks like it's not really getting any further than that because everything else has kind of kept the rest of the water contained. Whatever's the amount of water is now completely subsumed in the lower chambers.
Right, let's go to the cabin, get the papers, and then go to Congress.
Yeah.
I mean, are they gonna believe any of this?
Yeah, I'm not sure that the U.S. government.
I
is
got
in the best
pictures.
Place.
Of literally everything. And Photoshop is not very good yet.
I have spent my entire life wanting to know who my father was and wanting to know why my brain didn't work right. And now to find out that we're clones. Maybe Dustin wasn't supposed to have a learning disability. Maybe that was somewhere where they screwed up. Yeah, let's get those papers.
She'll look
Yeah.
at. She's gonna look at Vivian like, do you think my dad is really supposed to be my dad?
I mean,
Yeah, I can't think about that right now. And I just go walking off from the cabin.
I know I'm adopted, but do we want to really tell the rest of the world that we're clones? Even if all this is true, I mean, what do you think they're gonna do with us?
I would rather them not know, but my dad literally works for Caird. Like I
So-
can't go home.
The other choice is to let them get away with it and maybe do this to other kids.
Right, yeah.
And
no,
definitely
not
do this
happening.
to other kids.
We don't have to expose anyone else, but this can't just be allowed to happen. It's not okay.
Yeah, Vivian's just like she's clearly agreeing with what Dustin is saying here, but also like noticeably terrified of the consequences.
All right, we don't have to tell them that we're all clones. All we have to do is expose that this exists, and I'll take the rap. I'm used to it.
My name's the only one on the video.
I mean, I would rather use me who can't go home than use you guys who have a good home.
I mean, do I though? Does my mother know? Is she even my mother?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we don't know that's true.
I-
Meg.
I mean, they treat you well though.
I mean, sure, but
Well, let's
never
just
told
get
me,
the documents and we can decide later.
she never told me who my dad was. I have to assume that means she knew.
Not okay. This is not okay. This is not okay. Can we search this cabin now?
You certainly,
Yes.
you certainly can. So as you're searching through the cabin, you're able to come across definitely a more high-tech laptop with a bunch of documents on it. You also find a lot of the medical files for a multitude of students, including Kent and Rebecca. That seem to be that
And
seem
they
to have
probably
been.
did.
Mm.
Yeah,
Ah,
I really hope not.
Tough.
there is documentation that it seems Dr. Stevenson left for a specific colleague of his in Seattle. He has left. He's left basically like people that you could get in contact with that would, if not outright believe you, at least had enough knowledge of what's going on to do the correct genetic tests to determine what's happened to you all.
Maybe that's our move then. Maybe we head there.
We should check on Rebecca and Kent too, see if these guys
Yeah.
already got them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So you guys are, with that information, you're able to, what would you like to do next? I guess would be how would you like to end this scenario?
I mean, it sounds like we have a plan. So,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
we take
We
we
walk
take
off into the sunset.
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I
we're
feel like
heading-
we should find a safe place to stash all of our evidence
Mhm.
before we go waltzing back into town.
You're gonna wait. So you're gonna walk back into town, probably find a set of transportation out of town.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Find
I
out
was,
if our other friends are dead or not.
I'm gonna say, I don't even know that we need to go back to town. I think maybe just get to the road and start hitchhiking towards Seattle.
I'm sure we have their phone numbers. We can call them.
Yeah, I mean, once
We
we,
have to get to a phone.
sure, but I mean, if we hitchhike, whoever gives us a ride, we'll have to stop for gas at some point. There'll be a payphone. We can call them there.
Yeah, it's 97. Payphones still are a thing.
Exactly. Payphones are still
Right.
actually places you can find them. They actually exist.
Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares.
Yeah, Vivian's not happy about leaving her stuff behind, but she doesn't want to leave Mags behind either. So
All right. So it sounds like you're heading back to the road. You're going to hitchhike out towards Seattle. You're going to make a phone call back to town
Mhm.
To get in touch with both Kent and Rebecca. You are able to touch base with them. It seems like that, yeah, something weird happened to them as well. It was kind of a very strange day for them. But seeing as how they're not
Stuff
part of this
together
group,
and meet us in Seattle.
Yep.
there you go. So at the end of all this, you will make your way to Seattle. You will be able to meet up with the colleagues of Dr. Stevenson, who is able to verify your story, corroborate with everything that she is seeing from the laptop. And then however you choose to bring this information to light, you are able to do so. And the repercussions are kind of felt throughout the world, as it is as we just had a sheep that was cloned for the first time, and here we go finding out that 17 years ago, 18 years ago, we were cloning human bodies.
Yeah.
So that is going to do it for the scenario of the shepherd's burden.
Nope.
Rough.
Just for
So,
the-
Andy.
Yes.
The 2022 one
Yeah.
shot series, you're running the sequel to this, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking invested.
that's right.
I know. I feel like I could play
Right.
another episode, maybe even two. Like, I don't know. It's been like,
Get
what
on
happens next?
I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see. So I'm going to take that as my players had a very good time with this one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite like this
I was
system,
confused
actually.
at first, but I actually ended up liking the
Yep.
system.
I still don't mechanically love the system, but the game was awesome.
Well, because I feel like the game itself isn't really about the system. Is just like an afterthought of the
Yeah.
storytelling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also that.
I mean,
I really thought Andy was gonna kill us. in the
but
chamber.
you could have run this scenario with other game systems, and I don't think it would have meaningfully changed it.
No.
But I loved the game. I loved the characters. And y'all are good role players, so it was a good time. So
Oh,
Oh, great.
Told you that hallway was gonna flood.
you were correct.
Well, I want to thank everyone for sticking it out with us tonight and joining us for this holiday one shot of Things from the Flood. If you enjoyed the game and want to pick it up for yourselves, you can go to you can follow our
Somewhere.
affiliate. You can follow our affiliate link on Drive Through RPG, and if you purchase it through that, you will give the channel a kickback, and we would greatly appreciate that, so we can continue bringing you great content like this. We'll go around and let everyone kind of say their goodbyes for the night, and then we'll head off. I'll start with Kat this time.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. I had a great time. Had fun learning a new system that wasn't horrible to learn, like that Fallout system that we played. So yeah, I don't really have anything to say except for come watch us on Another War Monday night, and then I'll pass it to Kevin.
Rude. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So,
Yeah, we're going backwards.
oh, I get so confused. So,
Who was I supposed to?
hey, I was only one character the whole night. That's good. No, yeah. So this was a lot, a different, different system, different. That's same old Alex. This was a lot of fun, and this was my first time gaming with Wiki at all. I don't often get to play when Andy is running, and my first time, as Aaron pointed out earlier, my first time being on the same side of the screen with Aaron. So and yeah, between new faces and familiar faces, it was a good time all around. And yeah, I get a little invested. This business of one shots is not good. But I will be back. I will be back on Monday. So keep checking out the channel. Awesome content going on here. I will pass it over to Wiki.
Oh, hey, hi. Oh, also bye. I am not okay. I'm also looking at the wrong camera. It's over here now. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Come watch me as a giant octopus on Tuesday nights. Aaron.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's obvious that I was super invested in the storyline and had a great time, and I'm glad y'all stuck around and watched us tonight. And watch Nether War on Mondays and watch City of Destiny on Tuesdays, and come back in 2 weeks on Wednesday for our next one shot. And come to our Discord, chat with us, hang out with us. Come read our blog posts. We're, I think, reasonably intelligent and creative and engaging people, and we like
Meh.
we really like knowing that other people are enjoying what we're doing, because otherwise we could just get together in game and we don't have to stream it, and it would be a lot easier. So let us know if you're enjoying it. Thanks so much, and thanks, Andy.
Mhm.
And I will
There
pass it to Calvin.
There should be less trauma involved with the next one shot.
No, more trauma. Crank it up.
Less emotional trauma, probably, but
You've opened the floodgates, both figuratively and literally. So.
Mhm.
there.
But yeah, I'm Calvin. I will be back here in a couple of weeks for that next one shot, which I believe has been announced.
It has.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. It's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna watch Fast and Furious before we do that. But I am also on Nether War every Monday, and again on the Win with Dice channel on YouTube. We do weekly GM podcasts. New episode just went up today, and then I'm streaming Outer Worlds tomorrow, and then Skyrim on Friday. So if you want to see me play video games and find an excuse to do it by making it content on the internet, then go watch that.
So Calvin, I have to ask: is your character for Crash Panda is going to be named Din Fiesel?
Wow.
I was thinking of Vin Weasel, but
Vin Weasel.
no, I picked a different character.
Oh, Alex says we don't need that dumpster food down. We've got Raccoon Family.
Right.
Oh, and I'm Andy. It was a pleasure to run this game for a wonderful group of role players this evening, and I hope everyone at home had a good time watching it and enjoyed the scenario that I put out. I will be back on Monday to play more Nether War, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye.
Night all.